Hey there, it's Laura here from makingcardssystem.com, and today I'm here with another video. This video is part of the anniversary release block hop by the ton, and I will be showcasing some of the new stamp sets. Be sure to also visit my blog because there are some really fun giveaways. So I'm starting out with a brand new stamp set called Love and a Dog, and I'm going to stamp one of those dogs onto some masking paper using the caviar ink from the ton. So this is just a black ink, however this is a hybrid ink, so this ink will also work with Copic markers and it won't bleed. So after I stamp that, I'm going to cut out that image using my EK Success Cuttery scissors. And then I am stamping that dog once more on some regular Nina white cardstock. I'm using that same caviar ink pad from the ton since I will be coloring that with Copic markers later in the video. So over here I have that mask and I am using a little X-Acto knife to peel off that layer so I can easily adhere that to my cards. I'll be stamping a fun flower background using the brand new Fresh Cut Roses stamp set from the ton. When I started working on this card, I hadn't planned out anything, so I was just picking out colors and all of that stuff while filming. So I decided to go with the orchid bundle from the ton first. I am going to stamp the first layer of that flower using the soft orchid ink. This is like a really soft purple color and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Then for the second layer I am using Orchid Crush, and you're not going to see me really stamping that because my head was in the way while I was stamping, since it's kind of tricky to line that up. But then for the third layer I'm using the Grand Fuchsia color. This is a really gorgeous color and I think it looks absolutely amazing for these roses. So I'm stamping one more flower. I am using different types of flowers, by the way, but these are all from the new Fresh Cut Roses stamp set. I am stamping that layer using the Ballet Slippers ink, and then for the second layer I am using the Hollywood Star ink. And then finally for my third layer I am using Cosmopolitan Pink. You can get these three colors individually, but you can also get them in the Peony bundle. I decided to stamp some more flowers, and this time I will be using the Peony collection, I think, but I'm also will be using some like a combination I discovered myself. So I'm stamping that first layer using the Ballet Slippers, and then I will be stamping my second layer using the soft orchid color because these two colors are quite similar, so the soft orchid is just a little bit darker than the Ballet Slippers. Then for the third layer I used the Orchid Crush ink pads. All of these inks are linked in my supply list below, by the way. So I'm going to peel off that mask using my X-Acto knife, and I'm also coloring that cute little dog. I am using EOOO for the inside of those ears, and then for the fur I am using some light gray color since I actually wanted that to be a white dog because that kind of reminds me of my own dog Ginny. She's also really white and fluffy, so I think this was just perfect. I am blending out that N1 using the NO color, and I am just kind of flicking my brush to really blend that out. And then finally I am using the colorless blender to blend out that NO with the rest of that white cardstock, and then you will kind of see like a gradient and you won't see any harsh lines. I decided to do some more stamping and some more coloring. The Love and a Dog stamp set comes with these really fun little accessories for all of the dogs, and I decided to stamp this flower headband. I am coloring that little pink flower, and then I'm going to color a purple flower, and you may notice that I'm only using one color for these flowers. Since these images are so tiny, I decided not to add a lot of shading, except a tiny little bit of shading for those leaves. So I'm cutting out those flowers or that headband using my EK Success Cuttery scissors once again, and I'm adhering that flower wreath onto my card using the Quickie Glue pen, And you may notice that I already adhered a flower headband over there, but I didn't like the colors, so then I decided to create a pink and purple headband. I'm also using that pink little heart stamp from that same stamp set, and I'm stamping those hearts with a few of the new inks from the ton, and I'm just creating a really fun and subtle background. I am using some colors that match with the roses, so everything looks really pretty and everything matches. I'm using another one of their new stamp sets. This one is called the Tribal Chic Borders. I picked out one of those borders and I'll be stamping that onto a standard size note card using my Fiskars stamp press. This border isn't long enough to cover a card. I noticed it's like a tiny little bit too short, so I had to stamp that twice, but that's totally fine. Maybe I don't know, maybe I cut a card that's a little bit larger than an original standard size card, not really sure. But yeah, it works perfectly like that. And then I'm adhering that piece onto that card, and I'm also giving that headband a little bit of glimmer and shine. I am using the Stardust Stickles first from Ranger, and then next I am adding a layer of glossy accents, because glossy accents and stickles together are just absolutely magnificent. It looks super glittery, super sparkly, so I really like that. Then finally, because you know me, I'm adhering some more sequins from the ton. All of these colors match the roses I stamped, and I'm also just using some clear sequins. So that finishes up my card for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to visit my blog for more information on some giveaways and for more information about this card. Bye bye!